Turn down the noise and turn up the calm with practitioner-grade supplements by Metagenics. Always read the label and follow directions for use. Today's guest is joining me in the studio, and she has gone from a near fatal cycling accident where she had a traumatic brain injury going 70 kilometres on a bicycle in the Sunshine Coast to literally now being a Paralympic gold medalist, a world record swimming holder, and the author of Sink or Swim. Talk about incredible. Alexa Leary, welcome to Magnetic with Madelyn.
No, thanks for having me.
I am so excited to have you. I feel like I've been watching your journey for quite a long time, and I remember the big Move For Lex.
Yeah.
That was like this big viral community-led initiative that just, I feel like, took over all of our social media channels and TV screens, which is just so amazing to see the support that you have behind you, but also to see what you're doing on a day-to-day. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good.
Yeah.
You know, because my brain damage, I forget things sometimes, but I'm trying my best every day and I'm doing well.
Yeah.
I'm doing good though.
You
I'm
are?
really good. Yeah.
Are you like feeling good in self? I know you're training really hard at the moment.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's because, I don't know, every day it's difficult for me when I wake up with a different, you know, my brain's so different to who I used to be that it's a struggle. But like I've got that mentality to push through and go like, come on, Lex, let's do it.
It's honestly just, it's amazing to think. I know your new book, Sink or Swim, which we are celebrating today, and you're doing a lot of media and, you know, interviews and everything about, which is so well deserved because to put a book together is just such a phenomenal milestone and an achievement. But I know a big theme in the book for you and something that you speak a lot about is the second life philosophy. And I would love to know a little bit more about that philosophy for you and how you've actually had to become a whole new version of self after such a traumatic, you know, accident and brain injury.
Yeah, I am living a second life, like completely. Like my brain connections have changed so much. It's a wow factor. And, you know, every day it's like I had to restart my whole life and I had to learn how to walk, talk, and then I even had to learn how to brush my hair, brush my teeth, turn the oven on. So it's like such a big wow factor that, you know, from the day of the accident, they say 4 to 5 years prior, my memory is gone. And unfortunately it is because it's a struggle for me every day. But even like my emotions and behaviour, it's just a whole different life. It really is.
So you're almost like resetting all of those things. Yeah. Crazy.
It's like I'm 5. I turned 5 this year, my anniversary, 5 this year, but it's a wow factor that I'm here. I'm proud of myself. Yeah.
And how does that kind of feel to think like you're here in a second life? Not everyone gets a second life, I guess.
Yeah. It's different. I'll tell you that because the person I was before the accident, she was so different. She was a very different person. I don't remember her. I just look at photos and stuff and go, wow, Lex, you were different. But now it's like, wow factor. I am just a very out there person and my emotions are like, whoa. But like, you know, I'm fighting for my life. I'm doing well. I'm just pushing through every day, like doing the limits, pushing the limits and off I go. I'm doing great.
Wow. Do you remember any parts of Lex before the accident?
It's hard. I look at my phone and I look at videos of photos. She was just different.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I can't say I am her now. I am like, because my emotions and behaviour went so high and they heightened, it's just a lot more than who I was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have a pull towards her? Like when you see those videos, is there like any feeling towards I like know who she is, or it's just like it's a completely different?
I mean, the dance moves are like, I'm watching the dancing little videos. I was like, oh, she's, you know, I still got the dance moves. So I'm like, wow. But it's like, wow, I don't know, my life is so different.
That. Yeah, wow. It's just like such a, I guess, crazy thing, if I'm honest, to like try to think about. I'm like, I think, you know, people forget things of their childhood as it is, but like to literally be able to stare at a photo and be like, oh, wow.
I know. It's difficult.
Wow. Is there parts of this new version of you, like Lex, who we see today and Australia has fallen completely in love with, are there parts of her that you feel more aligned to?
Yeah, so I feel like I'm a very determined and passionate person.
Yeah.
And I feel like I used to be that before the accident. But I think now it's just gone even higher. Like now I just strive and thrive. Every day I'm living my best life. As hard as it is with my emotions that have really affected me. And I do have a behaviour coach to help me with that because I hit my head hard. But yeah, no, fully just I am so out there now. It's like a wow factor.
I love that. And so what are some of those mindset shifts? Like, you know, like you say, you're living your best life. You're training so hard. You are literally so determined, honestly, to be like a Paralympic gold medalist, a world record holding swimmer and an author. Like people don't just achieve that from like living the everyday ordinary life. So what are some of the mindset shifts or things that you tell yourself to be able to stay really committed and determined to the goals?
I don't know. I just look at a goal and I go from where you have been, like lying in that hospital bed, going to pass away to now. It's like I had to push those limits to make myself live. And I know that my mindset is a strong mindset. When I want something, like when I wanted to win the Paralympics, my mindset was so determined and passionate. And it's not only just doing it for like the world or like Australia, it was doing it for myself to be so proud to how far I've actually come to even be able to swim again. So that was like a big thing. Just my mindset is really quite strong. I'm like, come on, Lex, just go.
Yeah. And is that something that you feel like has been like, is it in your environment in terms of like friends, families? Like what kind of continues to shape it, the mindset?
My parents, they are a big reason why I'm here, living my best life. They fought for me so hard. But my dad is a very determined and passionate person, and he would just give me the push. Like when I was little, he just always pushed me to live my best life. So I've got to say, like, I do have the same mentality as my dad. So we've got a little bit of teamwork on that. But like, yeah, I don't know, my mindset is just very strong.
Yes, I love that so much. And I feel like I have a belief that our most important relationship in life is actually with our own mind, because it's if you can actually like master that. And when I say master that, like it's an everyday job, isn't it? To like actually actively choose positive thoughts, positive, reinforcement, because it's much easier to get bogged down in the negatives, and it's like, I think even from like what we see in the media and the news and in the world, like it's very easy to be pulled down by negative thoughts.
It is.
And so that relationship with your own mind, it's like if you can really nurture that and master that in a way where you know how important it is to you. This podcast has always been focused on inspiring women to prioritise their wellness. The burnt out, exhausted mum era is dead. Gone are the days where we self-sacrifice our health and our wellness as busy mums, because everyone wins when women are nourished, energised and feeling good. That's exactly why I'm so proud to partner with Metagenics. Not only are their supplements premium quality, they have been trusted by healthcare practitioners for over 40 years. For me personally, which I'm sure you can relate to, the hardest wellness hack of all as a mum is prioritising a good night's sleep. But thanks to Metagenics sleep, stress and mood supplements, it has become a little bit easier. From easing daily stress and supporting emotional resilience to promoting deep restorative sleep, Metagenics offers premium research-backed supplements designed to support your mental and physical well-being day and night. If you're ready to turn down the noise and turn up the calm, click the link in the show notes of this episode and then head to metagenics.com.au. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Yeah, I do agree.
And now I know I mentioned it at the start, but the viral movement, Move with Lex, which was all over social media and everyone was getting behind, it was so community-led. And I'd love to know what community really means to you and how it shows up in your everyday life.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like all my siblings actually made Move for Lex when I was in ICU. They were like, we want people to get out there and move for Lex because I couldn't do anything. And so it was just amazing. I have so much support crew. That's the biggest thing. Having Move for Lex, it's given so many supporters and it's been the most amazing thing ever. I just love it. I get support 24/7.
It's so good. And with obviously your journey is so huge. I was watching something actually only the other night that you said you'll basically be in recovery for life,
Yeah.
like your body. And is that due to, that's obviously your brain recovering as well as your body physically?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
So I really did upset my brain very badly. I had 7 brain operations and yeah, it was quite bad. Like I've got a severe traumatic brain injury. So literally my brain so damaged that when I hit my head first on the right and then my helmet came off and I smashed my head without a helmet on my left. And so that caused one of the worst traumatic brain injuries really badly, to the point that it actually goes opposite. So it was all the left side mainly damaged, but the whole brain was severely damaged. But it makes opposite and makes your right physically damaged.
Yes.
So my right side I've got crutches and every day it's hard for me to walk or use my right hand. So it's been a whole flip that now I'm left-handed. So it's all changed. Yeah. It's been like, and my recovery, I've got physio every week. I've even got like support workers. I've got my behaviour coach, my OT. I'm in recovery for the rest of my life. I will be.
And so how does that, for you, waking up every day, being such a huge inspiration to so many people and having a public figure, but then you're also daily working through this healing and recovery journey.
Yeah.
It's like, what are kind of some of the highs and the lows? Because I'm sure that there's a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot. It's because of my behaviour.
Yeah.
So that was the most affected thing in my brain, and even just literally everything. I don't know. I am so different. My behaviour, my emotion are just like so heightened that I have to have severe help for that.
Yes.
And it's really difficult, to be honest with you. It's hard. And that's why I did lose a lot of friends. That's the truth. I did, because they didn't want to accept or understand the way my brain pathways are at all. They just wanted to be like, whoa, she's too much for me.
So
and
you
just
literally
leave.
lost
Yeah,
friends.
a lot of friends from my accident, yeah.
Wow, that's actually mind-blowing to try to comprehend. So people just walked away from your life, basically.
Yeah, they were
It's
like, I don't want to deal, because like, with my behavior and my emotions, I might turn around one day and I say the meanest thing to you, but I don't mean it.
Yeah.
And then I snap out of it and I go, oh, I'm sorry, but they would take offense to it. And it's something that a lot of
They
people
couldn't
in this world
understand.
need to have awareness of, a severe traumatic brain injury. And that's what my book says. So it's like, it's hard for me every day. And I'm like, oh, Lex, why did you say that? But I can't help it.
No, 100%. And it's bringing more awareness, like you say, to that. And I know your parents have shared a lot more around that behavioural side. And I guess I don't know if I can call it like the darker side of like what you were kind of going through. What did some of those days look and feel like as a family?
Yeah, it was just down days. So when my dad always says, when you're unhappy, I'm unhappy. And my dad says it to me whenever he feels like I'm sad, then he feels that way. And he's just like, we got to uplift Lex. And that's the best thing about my parents. They're amazing that they just uplift me, try their best every day. But yeah, I do have down days.
Yeah.
I won't lie, from the emotions and the being affected. The down days, they are down days. I have to learn to have that mentality to go, come on, Lex, let's go.
Let's go, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you, is there any kind of rituals or things that you lean on to, like if it's meditation or reading or journaling or those little things that kind of help to center you back?
I have this app on my phone and it's quotes. So I have these quotes every day that I look at. At the end of it, I say Lex, because I got to go back to myself and think of me for it.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing, quotes. So my dad's a big quote person, and even podcasts. I love listening to podcasts just to chill my brain a bit, to be so lucky that I'm here. I'm living a second life, and just be happy, Lex.
Yeah, but it would be that duality of kind of what you're going through, where it's waking up every day, training, being in recovery, healing, is one thing to hold, but then to also have that pure determination and motivation to be the best. It's constantly holding that. Those both would be just heavy in itself almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just incredible what you do. I love, is quote something that does that feel like something that's come from your childhood? Has it always been something that you were drawn to, or is it more in the second life?
My dad's a person for that.
Okay.
But I also am too. I just, when I got out of the accident, my behaviour coach was like, you know what, you need to learn to love yourself first, which is a hard thing. It's hard because my whole life started again. So I hated myself and I didn't even want to love myself. But having a quote, I'd write my quote in the mirror and I'd put Lex at the end of it. And I'd look at that quote every day and I'd reflect it on myself, being like, love yourself, Lex. Just love yourself first. And that's for like all females. Like you got to learn to love yourself first. Like I know it's the hardest thing, but it's something you have to push the boundaries to do that. To be an amazing person that you could be, just love yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just something you've carried through to every day. Yeah, the quotes.
Yeah.
And podcasts, I love that you mentioned that. And it's like, I really feel like there's a lot of theories, I guess, or that in like spirituality and in personal development world where they say like, obviously flood your mind or like choose what it is that you're listening to. And a big shift I made years ago was stop watching the news in the morning. I used to have this like get up, be going to my corporate job and I just like put on the TV while I'm getting ready. Like every morning I'd start the day with crying because I was like, there's all these sad stories in the world. And it was like, I'm like, oh, this is actually altering my frequency and like the way that I'm showing up. And so that's when I started listening to podcasts, I don't know, 9 years ago, 10 years ago now. But I love that's such a part of your ritual as well, or even an audio book.
Yeah.
Like I often just plug in, a book and just really flooding your mind with that positivity and, you know, the words that because that also just shows you what you're capable of and what you can actually do as well.
Very true.
When it comes to your behavioural work, can we talk a little bit about that? Yeah. What do you kind of explore in that? Is it really learning, like allowing your body to come back to a default of regulating your emotions?
Yeah, so it's just really hard because I hit my head very hard. 70 kilometres down a hill, no helmet. That's wow, Lex. I couldn't tell you I even had an accident. Yeah. That's a fact. I don't remember my accident at all. But yeah, so all my emotions have been completely like rattled. So they've all heightened. So if I go out for a day and I'm so happy, I'll go buy everything. I'm happiest person. I'm so happy. But then when I'm sad, I'm sad. And sometimes I don't feel like living. That's the thing with my brain. It goes really heightened on them. So like it's just anything. Like if someone's leaving me out, I'll probably go block them. That's how I was when I got out of the accident, but I'm only getting better. So that's something that I have to work on every day with having like my behaviour coach, support workers. I've got to work on myself every day to be the best I can be.
Wow. It's just incredible the way that you show up for your dreams and your desires. Yeah. Did you ever envision, like, do you remember being in the hospital or any of that initial recovery? No.
Nah, I've got photos, but I do remember. So I lived in Royal Brisbane Hospital for around about 6 months. And they wanted me in there longer, but, you know, my dad, he's a pusher. Yeah. He was in there as well. He lived there for 6 months too. And my mum did too. But I was tested every Monday. And what I was tested was my name, where I live and who my parents were. And I would fail it. 6 months I failed it. Yeah, I was really bad. But then it become a day. So when I pass, I have to go to I go to brain injury rehabilitation unit. And so one day I randomly passed. I did fail some questions, but I passed. And they took me there and that's where it all started. So I remember little things of the brain home that I went to, Baru. And that was like learning how to walk, like cook again, wash my hair, remembering shampoo first, then conditioner. Oh, no. I fully had to restart. But I remember little things in there. I had an iPad and I watched Shrek on repeat 27 times, not joking with you. There was things repeated. It was really bad. So, so it just was a whole little, like a place where I lived just to restart a life. Yeah. Basically,
And do you remember if there was any like moments in that journey where you started to, like that determination? Obviously there would have been because you were learning to walk and, you know, talk. But were those sparks of determination for the life that you've created now as a Paralympian author? Was there any kind of spark that you used to think, I'm going to do everything I can to become that?
I don't completely remember.
Yeah.
But I know with my mentality, I'm just a pusher. So like a big thing is I have a quantum healer. Okay. And she read everything in like every surgery I had, every brain operations and things like that to my parents. But she said, Lex wants to walk and she wants to talk. Wow. and she knows she will. So my mindset is very
like
powerful.
Yes.
And I'm like, I've got a very powerful mindset to make sure I do it. So I know that of course I wanted to leave Baru. I was like, I want to get out of here. Lex, it's rehab. You got to stay in there for a little bit. But I know that mentality. I just had to fight to get better and better to get myself out to be where I am now.
Yeah. And it's one foot in front of the other every day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A quantum healer.
Yes.
Could you explain? What
She just reads energies. So like she's an amazing person. So just my dad needed help. He wanted me to keep living, and so did my mum. So they asked for they got me a quantum healer, and she's the most incredible person.
Wow.
And to read energies of me and what was happening and things like that. She's actually in my book.
Wow.
So it's a little incredible bit.
I'm only at the start of your book, actually. It got recommended in our I got the copy from Penguin, and 2 days later I got a message from a book club that I'm in, which I haven't read one of the books yet. They said, oh, how does everyone feel about Sink or Swim? And I was like, oh, it arrived in the mail yesterday. I totally voted for that. Yeah, I'm so excited. One of the girls has finished it, and she's just like so incredible. I'm a slow reader though, I won't lie. So I'm like, and a mum, so at bedtime I'm like, so I only read about 5 pages a night. And then I'm like, my eyes are like dripping off my head.
Good night now.
But honestly, it's so beautiful what you share, and I just like love the themes in there that you really hone in on, and just your generosity in sharing, and you do it on podcasts and you do it in interviews, like your generosity of sharing so many
real
parts of you that I just know would be so hard to share and to have, people see and know all of that. It's just, it's honestly just so beautiful and so generous that you do that literally for the greater good and to help others. So
it was hard to do that.
Yeah,
like some things, of course, I didn't want in the book, but then I was like, no, it's going to help. It's going to help a lot of people. And so like, do it. And, I was like, yeah, I want to do it. It's going to inspire people and help people.
Yeah.
And also just my brain damage to, to have some more understanding, accept someone with a traumatic brain injury.
Yes.
So it was really good in that benefit.
Yeah. And have you connected with other people who have had a lot of brain
I
injuries?
do. Yeah. I do connect with other people.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And is that through like social media or seeing them in person?
Yeah, it can be. But sometimes I get some wanting to visit me and things like that. So it's quite cool. And I can I don't know. It's really awesome though. To know that I'm not alone. That's the thing. It's like I'm not alone. Like it's invisible. My disability is invisible. You wouldn't think there's anything wrong with me, but it's like, oh, no. I'm living a second life. It's so different. Yeah.
Well, I remember one of the first times, I remember the Move With Lex campaign, so much. But one of the first places I heard you speak was on Keegan Hipgrave's podcast.
Oh, yes.
Keegan and company. And I was just in awe of you watching, this, you and just like your energy and your passion and the way you were like lighting up my whole screen. And exactly that, never in a million years would I think you're sitting there with like such a severe brain injury after everything that you've achieved and the way that you just show up in the world. Yeah. So it would be like a challenging thing for you too, knowing that you're going through that. But so beautiful you can make other people feel so seen as well, because I'm sure not a lot of people with brain injury haven't had the story or maybe the successes that you've had, so to be able to help them feel so seen and less alone as well, like it's so beautiful that you get both of those. I really want to go back to this quantum healer a little bit though, because I know people, especially the women listening to this podcast, will love it so much. Were your parents always, or are they spiritual? What kind of made them think about a quantum healer process?
Apparently a week before my accident.
Yes.
My mum and dad, I was not very well. I was mentally down.
Okay.
I just wasn't myself. See, I don't even remember her. My parents tell me this because I've got no idea. Couldn't even tell you I had an accident. So that's the thing. My parents have to tell me things.
This is just like relaying the story.
Yeah. So like apparently I was just so down. So we actually booked in to see my quantum healer literally. And the day of the accident, we were meant to see my quantum healer. Oh, actually, I was booked in to see her that day.
Wow.
And then I had the accident. And then that's why my parents obviously messaged and called and everything, because they just needed help, because I was going to die. I was not well at all. I was really bad. And so then they got hope from her, and she gave so much hope to my family and my mum and dad, and it was amazing.
Amazing. And do you believe working with her, and I guess what the gift that she's given to your family and the hope.
Yeah.
Is there a strong belief for you around like spirituality or, yeah?
There always has been since I was little.
Yeah, there has been.
Yeah, there has been.
Yeah.
It's in my book, the little something in there. But
Yeah.
a big thing. I'm a spiritual thing. I'm a really spiritual person. Yeah.
Do you connect like
Yeah,
when you,
I do.
talk to
Yeah.
universe, spirit? What is
Yeah.
it for you that you?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel it like just people that we're here. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I just feel it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the time it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just that feeling, like either the feeling within and I guess, with your story and you getting a second life, I feel like it would be hard for you to not believe that there's something greater to be given that gift
That's
of,
true.
a second life. So, Lex, I've absolutely loved chatting to you today. It is so beautiful, and I'm just so grateful for everything that you put out into the world. I guess for anyone who is going through a really challenging time at the moment in any way, maybe they're finding their new version of self, maybe they've had, an accident or they're losing some form of hope. Do you have any advice that you would give?
Yeah, the biggest thing I think is, of course, you've got to love yourself first. That's a big, big thing. And get out and move for those who can't. That's another thing in my heart that I'm like, get out and do that.
Yeah, I love that so much. What's ahead, Lex?
What's ahead?
Yes, like
just
what's
racing.
ahead for you?
You've got racing.
Yes. Okay.
My new song's out soon. And my book, now I've just released it.
Song as well.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Hang on, I didn't know about a song. Tell us a little bit more.
So in the hospital, all I did was sing, but I couldn't walk and I couldn't talk. But I knew every lyric to every song. It was really weird. And in the back of your head, like on the right side, that's where your creativity and your music sits.
Yeah.
All my head was obviously smashed really badly, but that heightened my music and my creativity. So it like literally, mum and dad, I see videos and stuff like that, and they said like, she didn't even talk to me, but all you did was sing. And it was like music was a big thing when I got out of the hospital. I just was obsessed with music that I just wanted to DJ. So I literally got in there with like the Chumba Boys and then Wongo and everything like that. And I don't know, it's amazing that I have a song out. I did make a song, but I got my second one coming. And then Wongo is an amazing person. He's like my friend. He gets in there and helps me do it all, but it's incredible.
Amazing. How do you now still continue to kind of like channel that, like, really harness the creativity that you had? Is it still really heightened for you, creativity?
Yeah. I make really good birthday cards.
Really? Amazing.
Yeah.
So in everyday like activities, how do you kind of really harness the creativity? Like how?
I don't know. It just comes to my mind. And I just go, well, I want to do this. And it's like, I don't know. I love it. I just love doing it.
So music, birthday cards, arts and craft. Like, do you
arts and craft. I just love all of that stuff.
Oh my goodness. My daughter would be obsessed. She's like so into arts and crafts. Oh, that is so amazing. Thank you so much for your time. I've absolutely loved chatting to you and getting to know you. So I really appreciate all your energy.
No, thank you.